Yet another note-taking video? Come on. Wow, I hope this is not. I'm Jorge Ortiz. I'm a developer evangelist at Oracle, and I hope this video is interesting to you because I'm going to talk about taking notes, and I will start on this video by sharing some of the reasons why I take notes that I hope are similar to the ones that would push you to do it. Then I will talk about how to take notes, and I will share with you the things I do when I'm taking my notes. And finally, I will talk to you about exploiting the knowledge that we have put into our notes and getting the most out of them. Interesting? Let's get cracking. There are many reasons why you want to take notes. Some are more rational. They will help you with the projects that you are involved in. Some are more emotional, and I would say that both are important. I'm going to share with you the list of reasons that push me to take notes. You don't have to share them all, but I hope they will inspire you to take notes yourself. Let's start with a more emotional one. Creating memories for the future. We tend to think of ourselves in a very static way, that we don't change, but that is obviously not true. And that is why when you read things that you wrote a while ago, you notice that you are not exactly the same person. And it is always interesting to reflect on how you were thinking at the time. What were your thoughts on some topic or your opinions on some topic at the time compared to the moment that you read them. So that is a very good reason for taking notes. Another reason for taking notes is to have memories that are more accurate, more objective, that are based on facts rather than on things that we have changed in our minds through time. So it is better to keep facts written down in a way that we can dispute our own memory afterwards if needed. But one of the things that I consider most valuable of taking notes is that it helps me to organize my thoughts. Sadly, the ideas don't come organized and fully developed in my mind. And then writing about them helps me to find the gaps, to understand the things that make more sense, to have some critical spirit on considering the different parts of the idea. And that is only because instead of just keeping them in my mind, I write them down and I try to organize them. We all have interests, and some of them are shared with our friends, families, colleagues, but some of them are really personal, and nobody's going to write a resource for your interests that is as relevant as you will. So create your own resource for the things that are relevant to you. Logs and diaries are just a way to have structured data that follows a set of rules. The first one is to have a date for each of the entries. But that is the perfect way to keep progress for the projects that you are involved in. Then you can come back and understand the things that you did, the reasons why you did those, and any data that is relevant to your project. We tend to do things that are beyond our expertise, our area of comfort. And usually we ask other people or we learn by ourselves to be able to do those things. So it is a good idea to put all this knowledge in a place, and that is not your head, that you can reuse later in case you have to repeat that task. Another interesting thing is that we tend to think that we don't have enough ideas, and that is not true. The only problem is that we tend to forget them. But if we write them down when they come to us, then we will have ideas for starting new projects, for starting new businesses, for making a present to somebody that we care for, etc. So the goal here is to capture those when they come to your mind and have them available when you need them. Time management is very important, and sometimes you cannot finish the things that you have started. And it is very sad to lose all that progress, to forget what you did, to miss all the learning that you did at the time, and to have to start over when you have the time to continue with this task. So it is good to keep track of all this information of the progress that you were doing and the things that were pending in a note that can help you later. We live in strange times, and sometimes there is not enough information about the topic that we care about, and other times there is more information available that we can process in a reasonable amount of time. So you can fight this overabundance or scarcity of resources about a topic by taking the notes on that topic that are relevant to you, keeping track of just the part that is relevant to you or those things that you have finally found by doing many searches or talking to many people. Well, as you can see, there are many reasons for taking notes. You can choose the ones that are more relevant to you, but in my case, they are all around two topics: about investing for the future so I can benefit from that later on, or keeping track of the things that are important to me and treat them as assets, even though they might be immaterial assets. So those are the things that push me to take notes. Well, I hope that we share at least one of the reasons that I have just mentioned. And if that is the case, well, the next question that comes to mind is, what should I take notes about? And the answer is very simple: everything. Well, there's no single topic that should escape your notes, but don't worry. You don't have to start taking notes of everything right away. Just focus on the things that are more important to you at any moment. Start by taking notes on what is more relevant to you now, and you can always expand later to other topics that initially you thought it was not so useful, but then you see the value of taking notes and you consider embracing those topics. I must admit that some of my notes will be totally irrelevant to most, if not all of you, that you will laugh if you read them. But more often than not, I have been very happy that I have taken my notes and I have been able to take advantage of these notes later on. I'm going to share with you 3 rules of thumb that will help you to decide when you need to take a note. And I will start by saying that if you are doing something that you plan to repeat in the future, then distill this knowledge and put it into a note that you can use later. Still, if you are repeating this task and the note is not there, you are missing an excellent opportunity to create it now. Don't wait for the 3rd time, don't wait for the 4th time. Do it as soon as possible. So put the knowledge into a note where you can reuse it. The second rule of thumb is that when you are learning some topic, you are thinking about some idea, you are reflecting on something that is relevant to you, formalize the process and take a note. It will be extremely helpful, not only later, but also during the process of taking the note. Finally, the 3rd rule is that you keep track of the projects that you are involved in. You put the information that is relevant, every detail, every change, and your train of thought for taking the decisions that affect that project into a log or a diary for that project. This is not a rule of thumb, but you should consider the validity of the information. Not all the information that you work with is going to last forever. Some things are really not relevant in a month or a year or 10 years. So treat them as they are. If they expire, then, well, take that into consideration and don't spend your time on keeping very detailed notes on things that are going to be expiring immediately. Do you have any other rules, any rules of thumb that help you decide when to take notes? Please share them. Share them in the comments of this video, or just let me know in any social network that you have in my blog. Well, so this is the first of 3 videos, the most personal one, because I have given you my reasons for taking notes. And my plan is to share with you how I take notes and how to take advantage of the notes that I have taken. I hope that you like the topic. It's very exciting to me, and this is just the beginning, because what we're trying to do here is to enhance the process of taking advantage of those notes by using artificial intelligence. And for that, I will be creating a tool from scratch, and we will be using the benefits that AI provides us with and using the AI Optimizer and Toolkit to create that tool. So I hope that you have liked this video, and soon there will be some more. Stay curious, hack your code. See you next time.